Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Milwaukee Fuel M18 pole saw. This is with the Quik-Lok attachment. So that means that you can get multiple different attachments to go on this power head right here. For example, they have a hedge trimmer, an edger, mini cultivator. Of course, it's pole saw. They have a string trimmer, and actually I've already got a review of the string trimmer attachment. I'll put a card up in the top of the screen if you want to watch this video and come back and check that one out. But the pole saw here, with the optional 3-foot extension in the middle, the total length is 10 foot, and it does have a 10-inch cutting bar on it. So yeah, I got this last year. I bought this, and last summer I used it a pretty good bit. So I think I got a good feel of what it can do and how it performs. Are there faster cutting pole saws out there? I'm sure there are. Oh yeah, but for being that it's battery operated, I think it's probably the best battery operated pole saw on the market. They do claim on the Milwaukee website that with this 8 amp hour battery that come with my kit, that it can do 150 cuts on a 3-inch limb on a full charge. And if you were to step up to the 12 amp hour battery, it'll do 225 cuts on a full charge. So we're gonna put that to the test. There's several reasons why I would say this battery operated unit's better for a homeowner than say a gasoline powered one would be. For example, there's no pull start with this. It's instant power with the push the battery in and you go. There's no engine maintenance. For example, you might, as a gasoline power engine has to sit over all winter time, and it might have a carburetor and that gets gunked up and has to be cleaned out or something. It's a lot less noise with this unit over some gasoline ones. There's no mixing of fuel and oil together. It's just pop a battery in it and you go. So I think that's really beneficial to some homeowners that they don't use this pole saw every day of their lives. They don't do it for a living. So just when on the occasional day that they want to use it, it's real convenient just to pop a battery in there and go cut some limbs down. So I want to point out that being that it's 10 foot long, if I hold it here in the middle and shake it a little bit, it's going to flex. Because I mean, you've got 2 joints in it. It's inevitable that it's going to flex, but it's got really good materials. I feel like I don't think it's ever going to break. As long as you take care of your equipment, I think it's going to last you the lifetime. We're about to get to cutting, but before we do, I'm going to put a new chain on this and show you how that's done. Alright guys, I apologize if the audio is not very good. I'm in my garage because it's about 94 degrees outside and the feel like is 100 degrees outside, so I'm about to change the chain on this pole saw. And I picked up a new one. I picked up a Oregon 10-inch. It's an R40. I believe this is the correct one. We're about to find out. To begin, I will actually loosen this right here. This is where your tension, this puts tension on your chain right here. So let's do a counterclockwise to loosen it. And then right here you have to break this nut loose. Take this nut off. This cover comes off. And mine's dirty because I put it through some pretty heavy use already. So just kind of gently take it off right here. Careful not to cut yourself. Now take it and it comes off just like this. Be careful. There's the old chain. Now before I put the new one on, I'm going to take a rag and clean this up. Get all this junk off. I think this is pretty important. You can put premature wear on your bar if you don't keep this clean. So that'd be perfect. That's a lot better than it was. So I'll take our new chain. Make sure you do it just like that. That's a really important step right there. Okay, I like to get my chain to this point right here. Hopefully we got the chain in the right direction. Then carefully we'll insert that right there, just like that. You have to make sure that little pin is in that hole right there. We put our cover like this, and our cover slides on right over this bolt and this stud. Make sure, well, got a little bit of a kink right there, I see. Gotta make sure that chain's in that track like that. It's in the track. And once we got it that way, put our cover back on. Alright, oh, gotta have a nut. Put the nut back on the bolt stud right here. Get started by hand. Make sure that's straight. And then tighten this nut down. It is where I like it. And I'm gonna get this good and tight. Don't want it to come loose. Then I'm gonna check the tension on this. You want about 1/8 of an inch. When you pull it, you want to have an 1/8 of an inch gap, and then you want to spring back. It's pretty close. I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit though. Tighten my tensioner up by turning it clockwise. And it's pretty tight right there. That's where I want it. Now, next thing to do is to fill this reservoir up, because mine is basically empty. Okay, I've got some just, I don't know what brand, Pro Select bar and chain oil. It's probably just some kind of cheap oil I picked up, but you choose better quality if you want to. Try to be careful not to spill too much of this or any of this. That, yeah, this is the fill line, and now we're ready to go. Just get that tight. All right, guys, I have this big pile of trees and limbs because I had to clear land for that project right there, that shop build. But I've got this pine tree right here. It's about 3 inches in diameter. So what I'm gonna do is try to make small little cuts all the way down this pine tree. I'm not gonna do 150 probably, but I might shoot for 75, and then I'll check the battery usage, because this was a full battery this morning, and let's see if it's about half battery once I get done, like 75. Let's see.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, for sake of my sanity, I'm not going to count that, but I'm going to guess that's about 75 cuts right there. So that's half of 150. So in theory, this should be about half battery charge. Let's see what we got. 3 bars, 3 out of 4 bars. So that's still good. Let's see what else we can put this thing through. Oh, it's so hot. In fact, I just saw a chicken laying an omelet over there. And a minute ago, a dog was chasing a cat, and they were both walking. Alright, I apologize for that terrible joke. But y'all put your best hot weather joke down in the comments, and let's see which one gets the most likes. Now this stump right here is about, let's see, right at a foot in diameter. Let's see what this 10-inch bar can do to this stump. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this video up with some final thoughts. I really like this pole saw. I think it's got plenty of power for what it is. I mean, everything I put it through, it's done good with. I mean, you saw how it cut through this 12-inch log with not much issue. If I had to find any kind of negative about this, I'd say it's the oil reservoir right here. It will, if you put this in your garage like it with some oil in it, it's going to leak most likely. I don't like it. I don't know why it does that. I think I've read some online that you can maybe store it upright and maybe like loosen that cap. Something about the air pressure might help. I haven't really found that to be true yet. If someone knows anything about that, let us know in the comments. But yeah, I think overall it's a really fine machine. I would recommend it to anybody that's looking for a pole saw. I like that it's got this Quik-Lok attachment, so I can buy different attachments and just have one power head and easily swap it out. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like it, leave a like please, and subscribe if you haven't. All right, y'all have a good one.